gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Again, it's Penny. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that
lead. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And he's going to go down again. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk 1st down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll give him a yard on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll boot it away from about his 35. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep down. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Steven Anderson, 70 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through, all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baldwin. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And here comes the Texans now. And they've kind of got a situation here. Still 3 timeouts defensively, so maybe you try to run a play.
And if you do it as safe as possible. And I think maybe even quarterback sneak. Take care of the football and make sure that clock starts to run before they call the timeout.
We'll see what they do. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Four down. Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Watson hands this to Foreman. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Watson now to throw. Oh, he shifts past him. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Shane Leckler now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Lockett. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes.